What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream. We're back in our gas course project, an action RPG built from scratch using Unreal Engine 5, C++, blueprints, the game playability system plugin, and all that good stuff. So, last time we were playing around with targeting, and we are still going to be playing around a little bit with targeting. But the bug we were running into last time was that our target sorts were not properly scoring, or at least additively scoring as each one was being processed. So off stream, I was able to, I believe, and hopefully address that, because within the base targeting class that comes with the targeting plugin system, the targeting sort task base, it has the execute. Oops. Has the execute function, and this is where all the additional debug drawings handling. This is where they basically go through the scores and do everything like that. And they do something I don't fully understand, where they safe divide it and you get just ascending scores between, I don't know, some values that I didn't like, that didn't seem like it read properly with what I was trying to achieve. So essentially I rewrote that for my own base class. Hopefully Lola, you're not typing anything. Sorry, we got Kitty on the desk. So we wrote it for my class, and we took basically the same idea where we're iterating through each target, getting the right score and then adding it to the overall result. But we're not doing any sort of safe dividing and averaging or anything like that. We're just getting the raw scoring and things like that. And so I believe, for the sake of what I'm trying to achieve, this works. So we're gonna just double check. I was playing it earlier today, but maybe it'll show that something doesn't look right or doesn't work correctly when we play on stream. So, we're primarily using input-based things. So, you'll see the input from the controller at the top right, and, I'm scoring and things like that. And I'm not sure if the order of how I'm doing these things matter. Because, maybe input should be first, because input's the most important thing, and then camera, and then distance. At least that's how I believe the order should be. So we have all these different scores. And then when there's no input, you get this kind of value. But I guess I should also, during the processing, because they're both, kind of red. So I really shouldn't base the lerp color from a 0 to 1 value. It should be from 0 to whatever the actual the max scoring would be. So probably that's one thing to fix. But what else? The other stuff we're going to be addressing today is, at least in my opinion, these enable debugs and disable sorts. Maybe they shouldn't be booleans. Maybe they should just be console variables. And so I can just remove additional parameters here, and then you could just do within console commands, disable, some variables like disable camera angle targeting, or enable camera targeting debug, or enable just debug, and you'll just see all of them. Might be easier to be able to do that at runtime rather than turning them on and off manually here. So let's go ahead and first address the coloring of the debugs, because basically when I get to here, this should probably be better. Because I also don't know why the score is so low. Why are both angles 90 also? Maybe that's something wrong. Maybe I'm just messing up the camera targeting in general. Let's look at the camera targeting here. So sort camera angle. So default score multiplier is 1, and then we have a curve from 0 to about 8.3. Let's make that maybe from like 8. So let's look to the camera sort. And let's just look at the scores that we get. Because like ideally, like if I'm looking here, the score should be pretty good, right? At least for one of them. So the first score value is 0.999, and the file score multiplier is 1. So yeah, 0.9999 is good. And then the next one will be pretty low. Yeah, 0.00999. So those values seem pretty legit. I'm just getting like bad values, honestly. But why is that? Let's just grab one guy. Right, that should be green. And I don't know why the score is 0.05. So let's break this down. Let's not. Okay, so maybe it's because the debug was the wrong debug, and that's why I'm going crazy. Yeah. So that's looking a lot better for camera. And I think, like in general, there should be just like a general selection debug, but that I'm not 100% sure if I should do. But yeah, let's fix the color interpolation thing here. And it will have to be done in all of them, I think. So input angle. Where am I drawing it? On get score per target. Here's my draw box with the color. So score color. So it goes from that with the color with score. So I feel like, let's look at the values here. This is primarily with the input debug, right? I'm getting just really red because the score is 0.05. Whoops. And it might be just a problem because like I'm not doing it as the overall scoring at the very end. Hey, how's it going, Daffy X Duck? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. So maybe that's just like a general misconception here that I'm doing. But I'll leave it alone for now. First, I wanted to kind of enable the debugging. For the console commands, I should say. So it says I have to include engine console manager .h. Not really a thing. So this AI helper is not very good. So static. So T auto console variable. It's gonna be bool. B enable input targeting debug. And then text will be gas course dot targeting dot enable input targeting debug. or should be gas course debug. That. I don't know what the 0 is. And then text. So enable on-screen debugging for input targeting. And then ECVF underscore default. I'd like to learn how to make a game. Well, I hope you came to the right place. I could try to answer any questions you may have, while at the same time, working on stuff. But you can always join our Discord if you have anything you want to talk about or ask questions about. Feel free to ask questions there as well. So yeah, let's see. So be enable targeting. I guess I could say now like this. Can't convert T auto console variable bool. Get value on game thread, I guess, is the best way to get it. I think that was the example they gave here. Getting the state, get value on game thread. Using getter functions to determine a console variable state results in a slightly slower implementation. To get the pointer to the variable, you can either store the return argument of the register function or qualifying console variable. Hopefully that'll be enough. Okay, if you know nothing on how to make a game, then, break it down into smaller chunks. Think about exactly what you want to try to make, or just jump in not knowing what you want to make, I guess is also valid. Just start building something and kind of discover things along the way. So let's see if making that console variable actually worked. Because if this does work, then yeah, we can remove some of the base class variables that we wouldn't need at that point. Like we can use console variables rather than explicit Boolean variables to control this. So these enable debugs and disable sorts we can get rid of probably. Crack open a cold Red Bull, sugar-free, of course. And also when you're trying to, if you think about what kind of game you want to make, there's some considerations like the engine you would want to use. Obviously, like there's a lot of resources for Unity and Unreal and Godot. So making games is probably as accessible as it's ever been. So now's a better time than any time. So give it your best. Try to make something you like to play and try to enjoy. So I'm hoping with the console command it will show up, actually in the console command. And yeah, we did it for input angle. So let's see. So gas course debugging, enable debug targeting, debug on. And I believe that's correct. And if we make it 0, yes. Well, yes. Okay, so that worked. happy about that. So I believe in the base, I want to set up the enable sorting. Or at least one form of it. But let's make another variable up top here. So be enable. So be enable input targeting, input sort targeting. Default value will be, can I say false here? I can say true here. So we want it to enable it by default. So then we can use this here. So if actually, no, it should be disabled. So be disable sort targeting, default value be false. And then we can say this here. Oh. And then on game thread, there must be some other place. Maybe that's the only place. So let's see if we can try to hot reload this. And then, yeah, if this proves to be correct, then we can do the same things in the distance and the camera angle. So I want to say what? I didn't actually change the name, right? It's the same thing. So I should say disable sort dot input angle. And then I also got to change the tooltip as well. Disable input angle based sorting for targeting. Try that again. So input seems to be valid. Like I'm looking at him, I go right, and I shoot at him. That's how it should be. And now there should be targeting dot what is it? Targeting. Okay, so it doesn't appear, so I don't know if I have to do like a full actual engine restart. So let's try that again. We have a lot of stuff to do still. Maybe not explicitly with targeting. I kind of want to wrap up this topic soon and then update my blog with the information there. And when I say blog, I just mean the thread online in the Unreal Engine forums. For anyone interested, you can read more about it there. But yeah, once we can move on from that, I gotta do a movement interruption system. Possibly look into custom target filtering. I want to look into PSO caching. I want to download some dodging animations and implement a dodge, and perks for dodging, and possibly like different kind of cooldown mechanism for dodging or any other reverbs, and maybe then implement jumping because we are using like the game animation example that has like jumping animations, so we should be able to include that. Maybe have like a jump dash kind of thing, you know. At that point, the sky's the limit. And then eventually, I don't know. I guess I would want to maybe fit in weapons or something. I'm not too sure. I really like this like kind of fireball throwing guy. But let's see. One thing at a time. So targeting, yeah, innate, disable, sort, put angle. So now if I'm looking at him, I'm moving to the right. So that's correct. And then I make it false again. So even if I'm looking at this guy, I move right. I'll go to the guy to the right, which is correct. So that's all well and good. So essentially, I would need to excuse me. I need to add this to camera angle and distance. So let's do camera angle first. And I guess there's some more stuff I need to do real quick. There should be camera angle, and then this is distance. We don't need or minimal. Oh. Input angle. Good. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, that's good. So here's camera angle, so be enable. Camera, target debug. I guess I should, I don't know. I don't know if I need to, maybe I need to do like enable debug dot camera sort. And then I just want to update that for input angle, input sort. Or I should just do sort.input. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Camera. I got so targeting, disable. I guess I should say angle. The inconsistency of my naming is impeccable. This is this input, and then back to camera. So enable and then disable camera. So this is targeting debugging. So here, game thread. I think I noticed that this input one, I didn't do it up. Oh, no, I did. Good. Okay, good. And here. Now, do the one for distance. And then I should be able to remove those variables from the base class, which will be nice. That's things to worry about. So be enable distance. That and like that. Distance. that. Just the last touches to the targeting changes that we're making, and then, so we can do distance, gotta update this. So enable alternate debugging for camera target, camera angle, or camera based targeting. Disable camera. There we go. Then yeah, distance. Good. Good. So let's double check those, and then we should be able to go into the space class, remove these final ones. And I guess the base class would need to have its own kind of thing. And then, yeah, what's left? I guess the movement interruption system should be something relatively easy to do, and I'll kind of explain what that is when we get to it. You know, one thing at a time. And I don't know if I would want to write my own, not my own, but like a copy of the ability task so I can give it some proper debugging logging and stuff like that, but I think it's fine. Maybe we want to do that. I don't know. Because I forget what it's called, like, okay. It's like perform, target, request. So yeah, there's the ability task that we just saw there. So on activate, something like this. And basically, maybe like on end task, it would happen. There is this like execute, and then this internal, and this is where it does everything, execute, so it does init, and then execute, and then it does this debug drawing and everything like that, but I don't know. Doesn't really draw the way I thought it would draw, honestly. So let's see, gas course, targeting, let's see, disable camera angle. So now, if I'm close to him, if I'm looking at him, it should hit the guy closest to me. Yes. Versus when the camera angle is enabled, we're going to the guy in front. So we know that's working. And then there's enable, debug, sort, camera angle. That looks good. And then let's do the distance one. Good, and yeah, that's the yellow is like the max distance that we're checking. So that's good. So that's all working. Yay, yay. Um, Let me disable that. But there should be like targeting dot or you know. Can we actually? Is there any static variables in this class? Yeah. There's all these ones. TS for targeting system. Debug to log. Oh, nope, I didn't mean to select all. Ah, clear. Yeah, see how like that, like, I don't know, it doesn't draw what I thought or give the information that I thought it was going to be giving, you know? So it's checking, like, this execute everything, right? Something somewhere down here, I think, right? Processing. Display debug. Debug internal. All this stuff. This is all like the default stuff that the targeting system should be doing. So there's also print targeting, debug to log. And it doesn't seem like it does anything, you know? So we just gotta finalize what we're doing, and then we'll just kind of leave it at that for the time being. So inside of the target sorting base, let's get rid of this stuff. We'll have to clean up here somewhere, I think. Yeah, right here. So we're gonna make just the debugging, I believe. We're gonna say B enable targeting debug. That looks good to me, and then this one's gonna be and we're gonna say sort dot base. For base sorting targeting. I feel like there's also data in here that I'm missing. There's this. There's that. It's all wrapped correctly, but there is this UE log. But I think that needs to be included. Oops. Maybe at the top here. Okay. Let's see if that works. And then, yeah, I'd like to think. I feel like I should add debugging for like the final results. So that we could see like the final scores and everything and kind of scale the boxes from there. But I feel like I'd be just doing something redundant. So ability task perform targeting, right? Like there's no because there's either async or not async, right? Okay, so unable to recover from previous errors, stopping compilation. Okay, what did I do here? Okay, target data dot score. What did I break? All right, so target data is there, not in the camera angle. Oh, there's target data, right? Oh, this is in the wrong section. Should be under execute. Maybe I did the same thing wrong here. Yeah, no, that's right here. Let's try compiling again. So I wonder if it's appropriate with an end task to draw the results of this, but like, or if it just needs to happen within here, you know, correctly. Yeah, it broadcasts everything here, and then it draws the debug here. So I feel like I need to like add my own, you know? But this is like within targeting subsystem. So that's kind of crazy. Let's just jump in. Okay, we're not getting any more debugs, but now we should be able to if I do, you know, gas course debug, targeting, sort base. Now I should get like some base information. Good. I feel like, yeah, there is just still redundant information. It's like a target sort base, like within execute. That's fine, right? There's this. And I don't think it should happen. Is it within execute that it needs to happen? Like, is it, or just initialization, I wonder. Again, I think I might be overthinking things. We can just move on. So yeah, within targeting subsystem, I think I need to do some more kind of drawing. Unless there is like some value at the end, because there's initialization. Is there, so there's like a draw debug that I can maybe override, and maybe that's what I should have been doing. But you know, I don't know. So reset sort debug strings, build post sort debug strings, build pre-sort, and then draw debug, right? Maybe I should move this stuff to like this draw debug function. We can try doing that and just see if we can clean things up a wee bit. Let's see. Draw debug, all good. Generate. So there's everything. Now, can I literally just say, draw debug? Now, do I really need to provide all that data? Because I have the handle, so I know I could just do that. So there's this. So there's what? F target data debug. So F targeting debug data? Is that the F targeting debug info? Do I have to include targeting task.h? Targeting task. No. Not sure how to construct this, honestly. Hmm. There's all that stuff. Let's ask the assist here. So UE5 C++, how to instantiate that. Will it give me information? So like I literally can't do like that, can I? And then there's the target request handle, so targeting handle. Then there's what? There's like all that. Weird that this type is incomplete. Yeah, it's like so F targeting debug info. Within shooter game in this example, but Okay, just doing that worked. So is there a way to get the from targeting handles? Is there a way to like get target data? Right. Say targeting subsystem. So get targeting results. That's out targets. Is there a way to like get the data? Is data valid? All right. So thank you so much for the follow there, Pink Zillion. Much appreciated. How we doing? There is the results. Maybe that's where I can do it. I feel like that's not what I want to do. Like I just want to get the result data. So all right, so it is all of the results. But I would just want to get this current result, right? So there is this thing, F result set. Is there like score, hit result? There's not like a find for that. So maybe I should just make, because like this draw debug doesn't really give me anything. Because like debug info is one thing, the targeting handle. Like I don't know what I would want to get with that. Like targeting subsystem. No. Dot. Can I do anything with the handle? Make target request handle. Execute request, release. Results. Right, this just gives me all the results. I feel like just in general, I would just need like the same signature for like this draw debug. So where's my base? So I would want to make like virtual void draw, and I don't want to draw targeting debug or something. And that's like a good enough signature. And then const override, right? And then within here, rather than doing this, I do virtual void draw targeting debug override. Oh, it looks like my stream just went poopy. Hopefully it'll come back online. The YouTube one doing okay? Yeah, the YouTube one's doing okay. Something happened to Twitch. Hopefully we'll come back online soon. So let's see what happens when we copy this. Don't need this. Okay, we're back online. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're trying to make our own explicit function. Let's just see what happens here. So hit actor. I guess I would just need essentially similar things here. Unless it's okay for it to like exist within its own thing. Like, do I need its own function? Maybe for readability, but then again, I'm gonna be like redoing a bunch of logic as well. So maybe it's not even worth it, honestly. Let's just nuke it. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. You can go. But yeah, I still think there should be. So some general debug where I can draw the scores overall. And I think it would have to happen in here. So I think that's where I'll have to add it, and I don't know. The next time I try to do a merge of the engine and stuff, I'll have to just be careful. I'm not very good at merging engine changes or anything like that. So when I move to when I move to the next engine versions, I'll have to be careful. So let's do let's see. So how do they write them? Static bool. Okay, this is how they write theirs. So I should maybe follow in the same footsteps first. Because then I don't have to do get value on game thread, I guess. I mean, is that not right? Why? Okay, it's within the namespace. I mean, can I have the same namespace in different files and stuff like that, I wonder? It's kind of named CVARs, right? And that. Still wrong. It's like that. So I don't need to write it like that anymore. So I would have to just write it like that, I guess. And then next one. Enable input targeting debugging. CVAR. Disable input sort targeting. That. That. Whoops. This is all like a giant mess. Trying to add this logging. Space stuff, yeah. That. And then that. Should be okay. And I guess that looks a little neater. I think, maybe. But again, yeah, it's like within here, I have to add my own kind of additional debugging, I think. So I'm going to add new static bool. So B debug draw final score target scoring. CVAR draw debug draw scoring. I'll just name it a similar way. Sorry, my stream might be dropping in and out on Twitch. Apologies for that for those watching. Hopefully it'll be stable soon. So we got this, and then yeah, I gotta do. Let me find this kind of naming. So gas course targeting, enable debug. what should we call it? So guest course debug, targeting enabled debug, show final score. Toggles if we want to visualize the final scoring of the targeting handle, I guess. And then essentially we'd go here, here, and then in here. I'd want to say, you know, if it's halfway. Where's the debug? If actually I would want it separated out. Somewhere down here maybe. And then I would do like similar drawings here. Like this. We'd include that. Or actually it would need to be because it executes each one, then it gets the rule set stuff here. So maybe in here. And I could do something similar here. So it gets the results, right? And then I have to iterate over the results. Find targeting debug data. So debug data dot cache target results dot, is there like a score? Get score, no. So there's the request data copy. No. Static struct, no. So debug data dot cached results. Is there like a so result set, target results, and then there's this stuff. Am I able to do like an iteration to get like the highest score? So like 4. Or what? And then can I get like result dot? So there is score. So I guess I could say, you know, high score float, high score equals 0. So if result dot set dot result dot score is greater than or equal to high score equals result dot score, right? And then we say score color, and we're going to say, so we need to take high score into consideration of our color. Then I need to do what? I feel like I have to just like do this, you know, iteration again, which seems redundant, but let's just write it out. Let's grab you, and then we're going to say result dot hit result get actor. You know, I can also say a actor hit actor equals that. And I could just grab like this. And then I can say score color. It's going to be result dot score high score. Now, is there like the safe divide I can do? So, safe divide result dot score high score. Hopefully that's okay. And then what is this test? It's the string. Okay. So it's like a score string. I should rename that. Let's just grab that. And I should be able to just say result that score, right? That. And I'll just say score string. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. Probably could be done better. But I also want to fix this. So this this is the final string, final score string. And I guess I should write this as, not test, but like, so end results. Might be better naming for that. I probably have to update that everywhere. First camera. Go. So let's see if everything we just did will compile. And then yeah, we gotta do some more kind of final cleanups. And maybe that'll be the place where we call it, you know? And then I guess next time we can jump into the movement interruption stuff. Turn on some streaming lights a little bit. The computer definitely is suffering from success, you know, trying to compile this stuff. So far, happy with the progress we've made. Oh, these headphones hurt my head sometimes too. Baby steps, baby steps. We're making it. We're making it. Halfway there. It would be nice to be able to just debug, you know, the final scores, quote unquote, just so we can see what it all looks like. Just cleanly overall, you know, and then you can debug down further if you'd want. So everything did compile, so that's a bonus in my eyes. And then, yeah, if we can prove that that works, then, yeah, we can maybe do a universal cleanup of how we're doing the CVARs. And then I think call it a day, you know? And then on Tuesday, we'll start some other topics. And then probably next weekend, if there's time, I don't know. At some point, I have to do a write-up and update the blog on this. Because I know there's definitely better way. There has to be better ways to do this that I'm doing, or at least a more verbose and clearer way. So let's see what happens. And then, yeah, I definitely have to do PSO caching at some point. You know, the time it takes to kind of load. And then you'll see, like, when I first throw a projectile, when they first explode, you know, there's a hitch. And that should be fixed with PSO caching. And probably some other stuff, honestly, but let's take it piece by piece, you know? Let's open up our preset. So edit condition parsing failed. B target sort was not found in class. Oh yeah, I also gotta clean that up. Forgot about that. So you see this hitching that we're seeing the first time is not very good. Let's see, targeting, show final scores. So we see that isn't working. Let's see why. So maybe that's not valid because it says it's false. So yeah, that's the first problem. All right, let's try the input. Let's try here. Does it even get, is this true? So enable input targeting debug. It's also false. So doing it this way. Okay, so maybe that's the problem. Not sure. Like I would imagine I should be able to just do this, right? But apparently not. Let's do a hot reload. While that's hot reloading, can I look how this looks? Because maybe that's the problem. Like, it's within this enabled debug drawing scope. And the problem with the other one is that it was being overridden. We can double check. Okay. So let's try this input targeting again. Is this false still? Looks like it is. For some reason, it's not evaluating. Damn, that just isn't working. So, cool. Is there... Let's see. Okay, so they have this. Do I need something similar? Let me look. It seems legit. Where's their, I guess, booleans, for example? This one. One. And then they have this. Return. So is targeting debug. Let's see. Maybe, okay, again, maybe it's because this stuff needs to be fully recompiled and not just hot reloaded. Making general guesses here. And they do make helper functions, which maybe I should do. I don't know. So we'll try one more time. And we'll pray to Jeebus that that was the problem. And then if that was the problem, then we should be okay. Then here, like, we would just have to move our thing outside of this scope of this enable debugging. Maybe I could just add it to the top rather. Okay. Let's open up our target preset. Again, I have to clean up the sorting stuff. So enable input targeting. That, bam. Evaluating, is it true? Moment of truth. Ah, it's false. Why? I don't understand why that's false. Like, I don't understand the explicit difference here. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it, but it looks like you are like a bot of some sort. So appreciate the follow, but I'm gonna ban you. Bye bye. Appreciate the follow, but instantly banned. Yeah. So why, in this case, auto console variable ref. CVAR enable target debugging. Like, it all seems correct, but it's not. It's all fun and games here, but I'm not sure why that's breaking. So I might have to just do it the old-fashioned way. I wouldn't want to do that, but it seems like I have to. But yeah, let's get rid of this meta here. We don't need it anymore. It's only going to be causing us problems. Okay. Any other ones here? Yes. Here. Yes. An input angle. Boom, 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 boom. All right, nothing for that. Cool. So, I don't understand why this doesn't really work. And I wonder if this version will also not work. And this debug final thing should be outside of the scope of the debug draw. Like here. That. And let's see what happens there. Because maybe I need to do it differently? Or is it because it's within a namespace or something that I'm just not understanding? Yeah, there's this one. Like, do I have to store it in somewhere? A lot of questions that I don't understand and have answers to. So, definitely a learning experience. So we'll let this compile. In the meantime, we'll vibe, you know, per usual. How's everybody in the chat doing? How many people are watching from YouTube? Just one, and I guess that means everybody else is on Twitch. So how's everybody on Twitch doing? Okay, I basically the problem I'm running into is for whatever reason that I don't understand yet. Like when I make system vars like this, it doesn't register the change. But if I do cvars like here, it's fine. And so I'm just kind of curious as to what the difference truly is, and I'm trying to like use theirs as a reference seems, I think, identical, you know? But maybe I'm just loco. So let's try to do the debug of the final scores. The one that we just added to the targeting system directly. So we get to there. It's evaluating it. Oh wait, no, that's the input targeting. That's a different thing. But that is correct. So that's good. Now I don't fully understand why it works here, but not in the input one. But let's take it one thing at a time. So we do this. I want to do some sort of flush like this. And then, so in world, and I get like, so how do I get the owner? If I do something like this. Looks valid. Base, right? More or less this, right? And then close it like that. Good. But again, let's check the input thing one last time. Maybe I'm just crazy. Is that the persistency of this? Hold on. Yeah. And it's nothing else, right? There's like... So something strange is happening. But let's do a quick hot reload to see if the change we had made to the final scoring thing works. And maybe we can get to the bottom of this setup, which again, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need to be within a namespace. Like, this namespace is used a couple different times, like that. But, like, maybe that's legit, and that's fine. So let's look at file scores. Yes, that's getting refreshed properly. Cool. That looks good. I'm happy with that. So now let's figure out this. So maybe I'm not checking. So beat enable input target debug, which is this one right here. And it's this flag. So maybe that's just, maybe it's because that's the final scores. Yes. Okay, so I was just doing the wrong console command because I'm stupid. So that's set up correctly, and all is good. So we can transfer this logic as well to the other ones. So let's do that. Like this. This. Boom. And then this. This. Now it's like the monkey work kind of thing. So, which I don't mind. I don't mind monkey work. Just copy and pasting, moving things over, checking things out. You know. There's some peace in that. And who doesn't like a little bit of peace? So now we got change. So enable distance. Distance. Then we just got to change the namings here. Delete these. Ah. Like that. Like that. Excuse me. Now we got this. This can go here. This can go here. So that looks well and good. And then we just got to do the camera angle. And then the target face, this one. And then we should be okay. Camera. Camera. Update that. Update that. Just needs quotations. Space. Bing, bang, boom. This should just say camera. This should be good. That. Again, missing a camera. Not camera, missing a quotation. That's all well and good. Then what's the Alt Enter? Don't need that. Grab all of that. So this is the disabling. That goes here. And then do the same thing here. That. Put that. Here. Bing, bang, boom. Let's stop. And then we have this. So let's grab both. Remove one. This. Cool. That. That. Yep. And do that. So B enable sort targeting. Right, that's what I called it. That. Now, how did I write this? Right, this. That. I think that's good to go. Now, can I have AI generate anything here? No. That's fine. Let's compile. Make sure it compiles. Then I guess in general I'm happy with how this all turned out. So we have all this sorting. On our to-do list, there is, adding custom like filtering for different stuff. Like I want to filter by tag, maybe even score by tag. We can always add that, but I think we can go back to targeting later. This was the more complex versions of targeting that I wanted to tackle, because with like the tagging and stuff, we already made something in Blueprint that kind of handles it for us. We use it based off tag query, which is pretty straightforward and robust, and it's very simple. And I don't think it would benefit from having a C++ implementation, at least not in a quantifiable way that we care about. So we'll kind of just leave it at that, honestly. So let's just double check everything, cross our T's, dot our I's, and then yeah, I think I'll be happy with our results. And we'll kind of run through everything again, and then we'll be done. Do input angle, distance, sorting, and camera angle. And let's pray I didn't break anything along the way, And then we'll submit to our repository. I think we made good time today, honestly. Excuse me. And as well, our presets, for example. Now we don't have anything for debugging. There's less things to kind of consider. So yeah, camera movement input, sorting, all that stuff. It's a lot better, easier to work with, I think, and you don't have to worry about updating the actual asset. You can just do these things at runtime. So gas course, let's do Enable input angle debugging. So that's good. So let's turn that off. And then we'll do enable debug sort distance. So we're seeing that. So actually, yeah, the distance debug is wrong. It's giving me an angle. So let's fix that. So instead of there being the input angle string, we can just do distance string. So that should be better. Let's do a hot reload of that. I wonder if I also have Streamlabs. Because I don't think I have not a hot reload, a command. Let me look at CloudBot. Commands. Yeah, I don't think I have this, so. Then okay, so the hot reload went through. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm just working on something here. Boom. Good. Okay, so let's see if the distance debug works correctly now. Yes, so 622.55, 59. That works all good. Now we can do sort dot camera angle. Good. Hooray. Now show final scores. We do that. All good in the hood there. But yeah, with the final scores, like, I guess it's fine that it looks like that. Like, I don't like the fact that they're both green. You know, one should be green, one should be, you know, red. And I'm not sure how best to make that gradient. I'd have to think about it some more. But maybe it's okay for now. You know, my heart tells me it's not okay, but you know, who am I? And it would also be nice, you know, when the enemy is dead, like it does a callback to just wipe out the debug string. But maybe we don't want that either. Like maybe in the like the targeting subsystem. I guess within here. So rather than being like score as the value that lurks, well, here I think it has to be this way, but yeah, within the targeting subsystem. Like maybe I can get like also the lowest score. But yeah, the color, I'm basically lerping here. So the score divided by the highest score. And in this case, it was like, you know, 0.8 divided by 1.75 or something. I guess they're like 0.4, which is mid. Yeah, my mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. That's how my life always is, Patrick. Maybe I can track like the lowest score, and if it's like the lowest score, we make the color red by default. I don't know. Maybe overthinking it. It's like, I guess it makes it drastic when I add like a third. So you can get like a decent idea of like who's being picked, you know? So I think overall this works. And I'm just gonna kind of let it, not let it slide, but I think it's good. And I like it. I did a good job. Gotta hype myself up and talk about it. So let me submit stuff. So targeting classes. Add new target, sort classes, plus debugging logic. Commit, push, and we're good. Cool. So I believe that's where I'm going to end it for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching from Twitch and you aren't already following me here on Twitch, a follow would be much appreciated. For those watching from YouTube, make sure to subscribe. And you can always check me out on TikTok if you'd like. I have an account there. I also have to update my console command. Thank you for the follow there, Woosh. I appreciate that. Thanks for listening. Here's me on YouTube if you want to check me out. We move all the streams get uploaded there. Yeah, Instagram, I have to update my stuff here. Give me a moment while I awkwardly do so. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. So hopefully this works. Goodbye, Talos. Thank you. Hope you all have a good night. Since there's a few people watching, we're up to 5. Maybe we can do a raid. Let's forget how to raid, honestly. Tim Bida. If that is correct. We'll see how many people join the raid. Well, if we get up to 3, we can do so. Okay, we're at 3. So I'm gonna pass you guys over to them. Have a good night, and I'll see you soon.